If you change the name of a file that you've worked inside a Premiere Pro project after you've saved that project, Premiere Pro won't be able to find that file. It needs to know the exact name that it had when it worked on it originally. Also, if you change the location of that file, put it in a new folder, or move the folder around, or change the name of the folder, all those kinds of things will keep Premiere Pro from finding those assets, from linking to those assets. But all is not lost. It's fairly easy to show Premiere Pro where those assets have been moved to or what the new names are and re-link to them. And I'm going to show you how to do this because this might happen as you work on these files in the upcoming tutorials. Somehow the names might get changed or things might get rearranged or some of the asset links might get broken. So it's fairly easy to take care of that. Let me just show you how it works. I created this project here on the desktop called 0104 Relinking Assets. This is not inside your Working Files folder. I'm putting it here just for demonstration purposes. When I created it, I used the Working Files folder here, some of the assets from the Working Files folder. For example, I used some assets from the Digital Juice stock footage folder. But you see now I've changed the name after the fact to Old Digital Juice stock footage. So this project won't be able to track down the assets that were originally inside the Digital Juice stock footage folder. I also changed the name of a file inside the Nature folder from Flowers2 to Flowers2A. So it won't be able to find this file either. Let's just see what happens if you open up this project. Just going to double click on it. And I get this message. Where is the file Scenic1MP4? Even if it's looking in the right folder, just by chance, it won't find it because it's the wrong named folder. So let's just go to the correct folder by going to Working Files and double-clicking on Old Digital Juice stock footage. We know we put it in here. We know we made the change. Premiere Pro was not let in on this. We're now going to tell it where it is. So I open up this, and there is Scenic1MP4. If I just select it and go Select, then it'll find not only that, but every other file that's in the project from this folder, which is a pretty cool thing. So I'll select just this one. I can double click on it, or I can just click on it and say select. And it finds all the rest of the files that were in that folder. But still now it says, okay, where's the darn thing called Flowers2? Well, it can't find it. It went to the right folder, it went to the Nature folder, but it can't find it here because I changed the name to 2A. Well, rather than telling Premiere Pro, this is the one, let's just skip it for now. So I'm going to show you how you can link to things after the fact. So we'll just say skip it. And it's going to open up the project. And here are the assets, the 5 assets that it found inside the Digital Juice stock footage folder. And here's that flowers file that it can't find. And it puts a question mark there saying, can't find this. This is not linked. You can't view it. It's just not going to show up inside your project. You see the question mark, it says this is an unlinked asset. Well, to link to it, just right click on it like so. And when you right click on it, you get this context menu, and one of the menu items is Link Media. Click on that. And then go to the folder where you know it's located, in this case, Nature. And there it is. Say, this is really what I meant when I meant Flowers2. So I just click on this and click Select or double click on it. And that now says, okay, you're linking this thing that you've called Flower2s in your project to the file called Flowers2A. It's okay that the name here is different than the name of the file. This is the name that you've given it here inside this project. You can change the name of any asset simply by clicking on it like this, and when they turn blue like that, you can type in a new name. So the name here does not have to match the name of the file, but now that it's linked, you'll be able to see that that's the file that we got there. Let's just take a look. There is that file we just loaded up. That replaced it. That's Flowers2A now, although I'm going to go back and change this after I close this project down. So that's how you link to unlinked or broken linked assets. You can do it when you start up Premiere Pro. You'll get a message saying, can't find this guy, help me find it. And if you bypass that process, you can always go here inside the project panel, just right click on an unlinked asset and track it down that way.